This is where it gets funky. This is the funky. Here we go.
4, 3, 2. Not quite yet.
5, 4, 3, 2. Not quite yet.
You're live.
Welcome to the Biz4Good Show with your hosts Bobby Glenn James and Ryan Pilkington. The Biz4Good podcast is a fun and adventurous series that dives into the world of business, nonprofit, and startups, making a difference in the world for good. Get ready for another episode. Hey, cue that sick intro. Introducing Bobby Glenn James and Ryan Pilkington.
That's me.
Biz4Good. Welcome to the Biz4Good Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Bobby Glenn James, along with the Ryan Pilkington. Ryan,
Yo.
introduce us to our amazing guest today.
Oh, it's an awesome privilege
Privilege.
to introduce Dave Kaylor.
Dave, welcome to the show, Mr.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys today.
Awesome.
They never know what to expect. We told you to listen to the show first, man. You just don't know what
right.
you're going to get into. So, as usual, Dave has been nice enough to say, yeah, whatever, sure, segments, yeah, whatever that means, yeah, sure, I'm in. So you're in?
Bring it.
Okay,
Ooh.
bring it, he
We
says.
got to bring it.
We got to bring it. Okay, Ryan, we're turning it over to you, my friend.
All right. Yeah, episode 36 of the Biz4Good Show with Dave Kaylor, hitting the mark. How accuracy and precision help you hit the center of the business targets and goals. That's a good one. Woo! Today is brought to you by Mazuma. The segments are brought to you by Mazuma, MazumaUSA.com. I'd like to introduce the biggest thing that happened to the accounting industry since 1495. It's Mazuma.
2 years after they found America.
Yeah, it's like, boom, and then we got to do some marketing.
Oh, accounting. I had to do some accounting.
Anyways, it's a Mazuma bookkeeping and taxes, and if you own a small business, it's about to change everything. Mazuma was established to focus solely on you, the small business owner. Here's how it works. Step 1, send your statements and documents to Mazuma. That's it. They do all the bookkeeping for you and even file your taxes with optimal returns. Here's the best part. It's only $75. Yes, $75 for your own accounting department. You can trust Mazuma. Call now to set up a consultation at 866-575-9100 and visit MazumaUSA.com.
MazumaUSA.com. And put in a code, right?
Yes, it is BIZ4GOOD, Biz4Good.
Biz4Good code, and you'll get something really cool. I think like a first month free or something. You'll find out when you put the code in.
Yeah, when you gotta do it, people.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Okay, folks, we also want to welcome EFL 360, EFL360.com, entrepreneurs, founders, and leaders. We'd like to talk about EFL 360 Weekly. That's every Thursday from 4 to 6 o'clock at the Miller campus of the Salt Lake Community College in the Corporate Partnership Building, room 333, from 4 to 6 o'clock. If you're an entrepreneur, founder, or leader, or wannabe, or curious, or bi-curious, or whatever you want to find out if you really are an entrepreneur, or whatever you are. Okay, I'm taking us off track now. The guys are going to fire me at EFL. So, EFL360.com.
That's
also, Speak Up, SpeakUpSpeakers.com. At Speak Up, we create not speakers, but we create messengers. Messengers to go out to the world and give their message. We find their message, pull it out of them, and let them take it to the world. Making an impact in the world is about your message, not just about getting up in front of people and telling them data. So come to Speak Up, SpeakUpSpeakers.com.
I recently went to an event, and I want to thank Bobby for the opportunity, and I learned tons about myself and how to speak and be confident. So awesome.
And feel. feel too many times.
Oh my gosh, I was vulnerable,
we
Bobby.
get all thinking on each other. We think all over, and we forget to be real and connected and open and honest. And if you want to make an impact as a speaker, be open and honest and connect with people.
You got to be authentic, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Authentic.
We got a radio.
Yeah, that's a
host
good
guy.
voice, man. That's nice. Okay, Ryan.
Awesome. All right, we'll start into the segments with our first one is Biz Hacks, 5 simple leadership hacks anyone can do. This brings a discussion for us to the table today. These are our 5 hacks. You ready?
Ready to rumble. Or
Ding.
do the hacks.
All right, the first one
Too
is
much
make
fun.
someone else the hero.
Oh, okay, Dave, we're turning that over to you. What do you think?
I was going to say, you're my hero, Bobby.
This guy's good, man.
Yeah.
This guy's good. Well, thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Making someone else the hero, so often in our lives, especially in the workplace, we reward the wrong type of behavior. In the battlefield, we reward people who give their lives for others. We call them heroes. We give them medals. Those who are willing to sacrifice themselves for others. In the workplace, we turn it around and we give medals to those who look out for themselves. And we give them raises and we give them promotions. And so there's a real, there's something that needs to be fixed in the workplace. It's time for us to really bring more heroes into the workplace. And that's by looking into someone else and recognizing what they can really accomplish and do, and not tapping on tables. Table tappers are not heroes. I'm telling you that right now.
Dude, that's awesome. Did we talk about this beforehand? Because it sounded like he just had that ready to
Yeah,
go.
it's like boom.
Wow. This isn't his first rodeo, you can tell.
We're tapping into the brains.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I really like that. I mean, showcasing and not saying, like, I'm the boss and just putting them as, I don't know.
You know, in a world of so much noise, we listen. When somebody touts and says, I can change your life, I can do this, I can do that, we've toned it out. We've toned all of that stuff out. But when somebody comes to me and goes, you know what? This person has done more for me than any human being ever in my life. Am I going to listen to that? That's not noise. That's somebody that doesn't have necessarily an interest in that person. I'm going to listen to that. I'm going to pay attention to that. So I love it. In a world of noise, we don't listen to people tout how great they are. We just don't do it. We know how to tone it out. What's next, Ryan?
All right, the second one is do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. Boom.
I think that's a drop the mic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Not sure what.
What can you say to that? Do that, and you will be respected. People will want to do business with you. People will want to be around you when they know they can depend on you to do what you say you're going to do. And in the world of business, it's crazy to me how many folks do not do that right there.
Yeah, I was fortunate to get a compliment a few years ago saying, Ryan, you're just really on top of, like, I usually send out stuff and it takes me, I have to keep bugging the guy, but you're always on it. And it was a really compliment for me that I'm a doer. And
You are a doer, my friend.
And it was really awesome. And
The whole reason we're doing this is because of this guy right here.
And I'm really grateful for Nike for simplifying that particular phrase.
We're big fans of Nike. Shoe Dog all the
Shoe
way,
Dog.
baby. Have you read that book, Shoe
No,
Dog?
I haven't.
Phil Knight rocks, brother. Yeah, just do it.
pick up a copy today at, no, just kidding.
Just do it. Yeah, we should get some royalties for that, shouldn't we?
That's right.
Anyway,
All right, focus on outcomes.
start with the end in mind. That sounds pretty much Franklin Covey-ish to me, doesn't it? Start with the end in mind.
Says here, also in the please stop driving me nuts category are people who focus on process, not outcomes.
Oh, yes. Focus on the transformation, not the processes to get to the transformation.
And what that tells me is a lot of times people are focusing on the obstacles that get them, that come in their path from what it is that they really want to accomplish and do. And They're so busy solving problems that they forget to look beyond the mark and see what they really want.
Oh, maybe enjoy the journey a little bit.
Not hitting the mark. I liked how you tied that in. That was really
It's a little seeding right there.
boom.
Talking about plants earlier. Right?
This guy's not his first rodeo.
No, man, he's on top of it. All right, number 4, if I can find it. Look people in the eye.
Oh, interesting. You know, as a speaker, we talk about that all the time. When you're in front of an audience, the only way to truly connect is to look somebody in the eye. And even in an audience, people, well, there's 1,000 people here. How are you supposed to connect? When I connect to that one person, it's a ripple, and everybody feels it. When it's a real heart-to-heart connection, and you don't get that by not looking people in the eye.
Correct.
It's a beautiful thing. That is a powerful statement.
Also,
that people totally overlook.
Also, it really shows you're listening. You know what I mean? You're not like, well, that's cool.
It's true.
Right?
I guess if you want to go there, take it real simple and beautiful and sweet. Yes, Ryan.
And look him in the eye. But don't scare him eye.
Not the scary.
Not the scary eye. Not my wife's scary eye either. Woo! Anyways.
Yeah, when I get that, not your wife's, but my wife's scary eye. It's scary. Okay, next one.
My wife doesn't have a scary eye, guys. I'm gonna be good when I get home.
That's awesome. Your wife doesn't. That's so cool. I'll be honest though, I need a scary eye every now and then.
You probably do.
I deserve it.
I think Ryan's giving you the scary eye right now.
We got to have him on the show again. This is already too much fun.
The second one's easy for us right now is smile. I mean, the last one. Yeah,
The second one, last one.
Second to last.
Second to the very last. It's smile. Smile is a magical thing. I don't know why. It just is. It's just magical.
It is. I'm certain there's science behind it too, although I'm not a scientist, but I have heard that the chemicals that are produced when we smile, when we laugh, are healthy for us. They make us live longer. So yeah, if you want to do well in business and survive a little longer, smile.
Survive. I love it. Wow, you just took that to survival. That's cool. That's big.
It's big.
It comes down. It seems to me that it always comes down to really powerful things are not rocket science. Really powerful things in life are simple. Why don't we do them? I don't get it. Why so many people don't do them? Okay.
So those
Enough on my soapbox.
That's profound and very true, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head.
It's not hard to
That's
smile.
why they're called 5 simple hacks for leadership.
Is that what this was?
Yeah.
Is that what we were just doing?
Simple.
They were for leadership?
For leadership.
Yeah, I can follow somebody that smiles at me. For sure.
Yeah.
I do what everybody says when they smile at me. Especially my wife.
Well, it resonates when someone's a leader and they're happy, right? If they come in the boardroom all,
oh yeah, so true. Lead by fear you're not going to have loyal people by leading by fear.
No.
They'll jump ship as quick as they can.
So we put the link on Facebook if you want to check out that. It was written by kind of a guy coming from a church kind of approach, but I thought these would apply to leadership and business as well. And then I'm going to turn into the good news, and we're going to kind of dial it down a little bit on our current good times here. But it nonetheless is a good message. And this is a message from actually from us, the Biz4GoodShow. And I'm just going to read this because it says it better than I can just wing it. So, all right. These past couple of weeks, I personally have been learning the truth of the statement, finding the light in the darkness. It is pretty clear that those we interview, interact with, that we all have trials, that we all face fears, doubts, and dark times. But we have been blessed to hear how much good is being done. This week, our nation suffered a mind-blowing and numbing experience with a recent shooting in Las Vegas. I cannot nor can we even understand the pain or the horrific experience they have suffered through. We stand with them, their families and friends, with our hearts in prayer and hopeful heart that the healing can now begin. Finding the light in the darkness is our primary aim, our number one objective. The Biz for Good show was created to focus on the good being done, the love that is being shown, and we all have been blessed to hear the heroic nature of citizens jumping into actions in the shooting and being brave, and even those willing to sacrifice their lives for another. Though there is darkness, these moments highlight the light and goodness we see in our human family. From the Biz for Good family, our prayers and love go out to all those that are suffering. Peace through good works, always. God bless. That is the good news for today.
Here, here.
Very good.
All right, we'll turn it over to Dave to do the quote of the day, if I can manage my mouse.
Hold it just a second. We just need to. Okay, Dave.
Do everything with so much love in your heart that you would never want to do it any other way.
Do everything with so much love in your heart that you would never want to do it any other way. I love it.
All right.
We don't mention the love word in business very often.
We don't, do we?
And it's kind of sad because it's a beautiful word. And we should love. We should love our employees. We should love our customers, our clients. Love is not a dirty word. Thank you, Ryan.
You betcha. All right. Now it's time for
the interview, my friend. It's all about Dave Kaylor now. It is Dave's World.
Dave's World, Dave's World.
Yeah. Oh, he's got it. He's caught the vision. Okay, Dave, start us out with telling us about Dave Kaylor. What is Dave Kaylor?
Well, I was born on October 5th, 1971.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's
Tomorrow. Today.
tomorrow. Today?
It's right now.
It's right now.
It's today.
And
Wow, happy birthday,
thank
brother.
You. Thank you. And it really is quite a celebration for me to have a birthday, because a few years ago I was unsure if I would be able to do that anymore. I grew up like most people did. Right? We all did
up.
that at some point in time. Grew up in California, went to school and at Brigham Young University, and left Brigham Young for the green pastures of Seattle, Washington, and hopped into the high-tech world of the internet as my first job. And we got to hop in the corporate world and build an amazing business and sell it for tons of money that I never got to see any of, because it turned into stock options that went underwater, and it was a lot of fun in that regard.
Is that in the 2000s? Was that?
Yes.
.com bubble?
It was just shortly after 2001. We sold the company and did a relocation to Atlanta, Georgia. And
You went all the way across the country.
all the way across the country. Very different culture in this new business.
Atlanta? Oh.
Just at this particular business that bought us out. We were a young startup company, and they decided that they knew a lot more about how to build an internet business than we did, even though they paid us $50 million for it. Well, long story short, while I was out in Atlanta, things got a little bit stressful there. They were going in a different direction than I wanted to, and I found myself diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Hodgkin's lymphoma is cancer, and suddenly my world looked a little different by the time I was 32 years old.
Wow.
And I decided to focus on two things in my life at that particular time: surviving and spending time with my family. And it's an interesting thing that took place unbeknownst to me during that time. When you go into survival mode, you play defense. You hop yourself into a foxhole and you just get ready for what's coming your way. And surviving cancer wasn't the difficult part. It was creating after I had survived. You see, a nefarious thing that they do is they pin you with a badge of honor, and they put this little medal on you that says you are now a cancer survivor. And unbeknownst to me, more nefarious than the cancer itself was the belief I took on that I was a survivor, because because, like I said, when you're surviving, you're not really creating. Surviving just means you're a victim with lipstick. And I went on throughout the rest of my life with that mentality of surviving. In fact, I became such a good survivor that I built my own Get Prepared company. I had a firearms shop in Lehigh, and I taught people how to get ready for the big one, ready for the apocalypse, and store all sorts of goods and emergency preparedness and how to shoot and how to use their Second Amendment rights to be ready for whatever was thrown their way. Interestingly enough, in my business, all I would do was survive. I had all the skills, all the keys to being successful, but my mindset was that of a survivor. And so for 10 years of my life in this particular business, I just get by. Always take care of my family, do what I needed to do, was a good citizen, good community member, but I never really created all that I was meant to create. And a couple of years ago, I had an opportunity to experience a bit of an awakening, a reminder of who I really was, and recognize what these beliefs were doing for me and how I was limiting myself to being able to create the life that I really wanted. Ironically, I had taught people how to be accurate and precise with shooting a firearm. Two different things. Accuracy is the ability to apply certain principles and skills in a specific manner to hit the center of the target. Precision is the ability to do those skills over and over and over again. So one can be accurate and hit the center of the target once in a while, and another can be precise, hit all their shots in the same spot, but not be accurate because they're aiming in the wrong direction. And I learned that in all of life, and especially in business, the key to success is to be both accurate and precise. And I was able to recognize what a passion I had for helping other people, coaching and mentoring other business owners, how to truly create and to stop just surviving in their lives. So that's me in a real short nutshell.
Wow,
That's
powerful.
boom. Right there.
I got to clear my throat. That's powerful. I don't ever clear my throat. Thank you, Dave, for being vulnerable, open, and really giving it to us.
That teaches so much. It really does.
Thank you.
All right. And then the second question is, what does Biz for Good mean to you, Dave?
First of all, I just want to thank you both for creating this business that you have, recognizing that business is really for good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That principle, that mentality is what's missing from so many businesses in our world today. And I'm just grateful that you guys get it.
It's the true secret to success.
Yeah,
Just
it
do
really
good.
is.
Just
It
do
is.
good.
And for me, the two points that come to my mind as I try to do good in my business is you talked about it a little earlier, Bobby, and that's connecting. That's connecting with people, because that's why we're on this earth.
Real connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Not
important.
trying to find a bunch of folks and
That's right.
passing out business cards, but
Yeah.
having a heart to heart.
Truly connecting and seeing the greatness in other individuals and helping them to truly become all that they were meant to become. And that's what we do business for. Every business is designed to provide some type of service or product or tool to allow others to create. And that's, to me, what true good in business is about, is helping people to create what they were meant to create, to get them out of survival mode and truly create the lives that they're looking for.
Love it. Love it.
Wow. Powerful, my friend. Powerful.
We're so awesome that you're here, Dave.
Not often are we tie-tongued, stopped, can't speak,
Tongue-tied.
word stopped. What is it called?
Tongue-tied.
Well, no, it's not tongue-tied.
Word
It's
fumbled?
Word stopped. What is that called when you can't speak anymore? It's called something. I can't remember. Okay, folks out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have moved past. Now I can speak again.
All right, Bobby, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
So, what is Dave doing now? What is? Tell us something about the businesses and the stuff that you're involved in right now. Just kind of let us know. What's Dave doing?
Perfect. As I mentioned before, I added on to my coaching business of helping people to be accurate and precise in their defense and how to actually take it home, and not just their businesses, but in their personal lives, with their marriages, with their families, with their health, with their wealth.
Because they all do interconnect.
They do.
We think that we're supposed to do business over here and personal life over here, but truthfully, you can't be two different people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, and it'll tear you apart. It'll
Yeah.
rip you to pieces.
And my passion is really taking skills and tools beyond the mechanics of how to be successful and recognize the power within. And I've aligned myself with different coaches and mentors in the business leadership space to really bring awareness to individuals at how powerful they really are, what it means to create, and to stop being a victim to circumstance and different trials and obstacles that come into their life. So right now I'm
Big
working
fan
with
of accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
Be accountable and you change your life, man.
Yeah.
Don't blame.
No.
Sorry, I took you off track.
No.
But you just hit a button.
That's
Ryan
perfect.
knows, everybody knows my button about accountability.
Yeah.
You want to change your life? Quit whining about everybody else.
Yeah, and when you recognize that the power is within you,
Right.
to change that situation, that's very powerful, Bob.
It is.
Thanks
It
for
is.
mentioning that.
Awesome.
I work with a couple of different organizations right now. One, a group of coaches and mentors called the Legacy Financial Planning Group. We offer, we target specifically those who are 40 years and above, who have reached a point they've created in their lives. They've raised families, they've built businesses, they've done amazing things, but they've reached this point in their life now where they often ask the question, what next? What do I do to truly leave a mark? And oftentimes people have recognized that they've done good, but there's something nagging at them. It's not what they've done that is bothering them. It's what they've left undone that is amiss. And so I'm aligned with several coaches and mentors that really help people take them in this particular area and learn how to take the wealth that they created and create a legacy for their children, a legacy for their communities, really to leave their mark in a way that where they're not just remembered pleasantly, but truly valiant in their lives. And so I'm grateful to work with them. We run some different seminars and coaching programs for them. I'm also aligned with a wonderful organization here locally as well named Limitless. Limitless is a group of coaches and mentors who really focus on 4 areas in individuals' lives: our health, our wealth, our connections, and our powers. And we run a couple of different type of seminars and different satellite functions where we offer coaching programs and educational experiences, so where people can really learn the real life tools and skills to help them create the lives that they want.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And
I can tell he has a little bit of passion about it. What do you think, Ryan?
just a little.
Do you think he cares about what he's doing?
Well, from that beginning story there, I can just totally see the path that brought you to where you're at. And it was amazing that
It's powerful. Thank you for sharing.
that you were brought to those and you took it on. And
Well, it really was. I'm just going to go back to that for a minute. It was a very gut-wrenching experience to recognize in myself how I was hiding, how I was allowing fear to rule me.
Wow.
And I did well in my business. It was a good thing, but I wasn't accurate. I was very precise. I worked hard over and over again, but providing that service was not totally what I was meant to be. I was meant to do more than that, and I'd stayed in my comfort zone, stayed in my survival zone, and that's where I was. And really, for me, it was a recognition that if I had stayed on that ship, I would have continued surviving year after year after year. And so I just jumped ship. I jumped ship, closed my business, had no idea what I was going to do, Bobby, but I had a feeling that it had to do a little bit more than I had been doing
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so many folks step into that, oh, the world might come to an end tomorrow, so I got to be ready and stuff. And how sad is it? I've seen so many people that waste away waiting for that time when they could have been so cool and productive.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people, I was like, you know what? If crap hits the fan tomorrow and the whole world comes crashing down, what can I do about that?
You know what it is?
I mean, I could be ready and you know, I could have some food storage and stuff like that, but that doesn't have to rule my life.
No.
How about I create what I'm going to create right now? Because now is the only thing that really matters.
And you said the word right there. It's about creation. You can't create when you're in survival mode. So many people in the emergency preparedness world, they live in scarcity and fear. This idea that there's not enough.
Business. That's their business.
Yeah. And it was great for me. I still speak at different survival expos and different things like that, but now my message is very different. It's about abundance because the earth is full and there is enough and to spare. That means there's enough wealth, there's enough health, and there's enough time for every single one of us to accomplish and do and become what we were meant to become.
That's a great message.
Yeah.
That's the message that needs to get out there.
Yeah. I listen to Abundance on YouTube and I fall asleep to it. It's a ongoing loop of abundance.
Talking to the
I gotta
mic,
spike it.
Ryan. You're
Talking
talking
the
to
mic.
Dave, and you need to put the mic over here so you can talk to Dave.
Yeah. And the word for you was speechless, by the way.
Speechless. Did Sky give that to you?
Yeah.
It is. I was speechless. Yes, that's the word. Thank you, Sky.
That's because she's a brown coat.
Yeah. What's that mean? Brown coat?
It's a reference to a genre.
Movie?
Firefly.
Oh,
we were talking about that
she
earlier.
knows.
Yeah, you'll have to ask Sky about that later.
She knows what you're talking about.
To all the
I
brown
don't-
coats out there,
So I'm the only one that's not privy. Is that correct? I need to go watch that show. Is that what you're telling me?
It's time, Bobby.
step up to the plate.
Okay, last question, Dave. You've been so awesome. Let's go out with a bang. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, what are some key principles or tools you provide to business owners to help them accelerate the growth of their business?
So give us just one or two gold nuggets.
I've already spoken of them.
Okay.
It's accuracy and precision. Let me give you an example of what accuracy is. Accuracy is really being able to know what it is that you're looking for. We talked about this earlier in those 5 steps.
If you don't have a target, you can't hit
That's
it.
right. And if you're aiming at the wrong target, well then you'll keep producing what you don't want. When we throw up in our sights all of these problems that we have, we're solving this problem, we're putting out this particular fire, we forget what it is that we really want, and we don't keep it in the front of our minds.
We're working in our business, some people say. You
There
work
you go.
in your business, not on your business, and you lose. You're just putting out fires all the time.
The key to accuracy is to ask what it is that you really want. What is it that you really want from your
Yes,
business?
yes.
And it's not
answer-
just revenue.
That's right.
I
It's
mean,
not
yes,
just to
we
get
need
by.
to make money, but that's not the point.
Yeah. What is it that you want to accomplish with a successful business? How much time do you want to spend with your family this year? What do you want to accomplish? How, is there a
What impact do you want to make on the
Exactly.
clients, the customers, whoever?
exactly in the world? And that's the why. Why do you want to do all those things? When
It
you
always
get
goes
clear
back there.
on your what and your why, then you're able to be accurate. The second one is precision. And precision is this ability to do things over and over again in a proper way. And what happens, though, again, are those obstacles that come up. And more often than not, those obstacles are fears and limiting beliefs that we focus our attentions on.
Distractions.
And there's a beautiful tool called Belief Breakthrough that I help and work with my clients on. This is the ability of identifying those limiting beliefs that are sometimes conscious, sometimes subconscious,
You don't even know.
that keep us. One of it might be, what is it that you believe about money that keeps you from getting it?
We talk about money blueprint all the time. T. Harv Ekker's thing,
Yeah.
money blueprint. When we start looking and focusing at what money really means to you, because we don't pay attention to that, and sometimes you got to look back a little further and understand this is how I was kind of raised, and holy crap, I still my world is the same exact way.
Yeah.
Just be aware, be conscious, be open, be looking.
Yeah, when you're aware of something, you can change it.
Yes.
And so it's the art of of really recognizing the beliefs that fuel our actions and making sure that we change negative and limiting beliefs with positive, powerful beliefs that will allow us to really perform the way that we want to.
Yeah, this guy sounds good, doesn't he? I like your voice, dude.
Yeah, you should have the
Sounds
Dave
awesome.
Kaylor show. That's
Yeah,
it.
dude, you need a podcast.
You're hired
man.
for
You
your
need
own
a
show.
podcast. You just want you just listening to him. You just want to keep listening. And
Yeah.
dude, sorry,
That's
went
okay.
Off, I went off topic.
Your listeners can come and hear me speak at some of the next events that I have coming up.
Well, that's our last piece. We want to say, how do we get a hold of Dave? What's going on? How do we get a hold of anything?
Perfect.
You know, tell us about all your stuff, and we'll link everything. And just throw down. Give us
Sweet.
where you're at.
First thing I'd do is go ahead and send me a Facebook like request. I'd love to connect with you on there and get to know you a little bit better. David Kaylor, Kaylor. That's all you got to do. Punch that in.
/David Kaylor.
Type Utah in if you're from out of state and you're not getting the David Kaylor from Utah, and that'll pull me right up. You can also come and see me and the other coaches and mentors at Legacy at our event in January on the 26th and 27th. Go to experiencelegacy.com for more details and to register for that particular event. To join me and my fellow mentors and coaches at Limitless, we hold our 3-day Limitless event every month. And we have the next event coming up on the 25th through the 27th in October in Provo, Utah at the Utah Valley Convention Center. We'll
What's
also
the price?
The price for Limitless right now is $99
Whoa,
for a 3-day
three-day event.
It's
Wow.
a smoking deal.
Wow.
And I can
I've
actually
heard really cool things.
it's really worth the value of doing that. And on top of that, if you want to get there for less, you can buy the Limitless book from me for $25, and that includes a ticket to Limitless.
Oh my goodness.
Now, the interesting thing about
There
that is
you go, folks.
each Limitless ticket is good for 2 people.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
how do the listeners get that deal? Do they just contact you
So
on Facebook?
yeah,
or?
have them PM me on Facebook, and I'd be happy to give them that deal for the book so that they can get to Limitless. You can also go to limitlessseminar.com to find out more details and the dates for November as well.
Awesome.
Love it.
Sweet. David.
Woo.
Thank you for being on the show. This has been inspiring, passionate. I told you, Ryan, this was going to be a good show. I told you he's got good energy. He's a powerful man. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's
Thank you
my
for
pleasure.
being on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. I appreciate
You
it.
got anything to add, Ryan?
With that, I'll say hashtag.
Be good, do good.
Hashtag.
Be good, do good. Hashtag be good,
good, do good.
Woo!
Awesome.
That's a wrap.